What happens when a royal guest mistakes morning television for his personal soapbox? In just 37 seconds, one comment would turn a routine interview into the most explosive exit in Good Morning America history. The studio lights were bright that morning. Sam Champion sat across from Prince Harry, ready for what everyone thought would be a friendly conversation. The cameras were rolling. Millions of viewers were watching from home. Nobody expected what was about to unfold. "So, Prince Harry, thank you for joining us this morning," Sam began with his signature warm smile. "We're excited to talk about your recent charitable work." Prince Harry leaned back in his chair, a look of disinterest already crossing his face. "Yes, well, I suppose we can start there if we must." The audience could feel something was off. Sam, ever the professional, pushed forward. "Your foundation has been doing incredible work with veterans. Can you tell our viewers about that?" "I can," Harry said, "but I'm not sure your viewers would really understand the depth of what we're doing. It's quite complex." Sam's smile tightened just slightly. "Well, our audience is very engaged and compassionate. I think they'd love to hear about it." "Right," Harry said, waving his hand dismissively. "Americans always think they understand military service. You have your parades and your thank yous, but do you really get it?" The temperature in the studio dropped. Sam sat up a bit straighter. "Actually, many of our viewers are veterans themselves, and we have deep respect for service members from all countries." "Of course you'd say that," Harry interrupted. "That's what you're supposed to say on morning television, isn't it? All smiles and pleasant words." Sam took a breath, maintaining his composure. "I say it because I mean it. But let's move on. You've also been vocal about mental health. That's something many people can relate to." "Mental health," Harry repeated, almost laughing. "Yes, let's talk about that. Do you know what it's like to have real pressure, real scrutiny, or do you just read about it on your teleprompter every morning?" The crew behind the cameras exchanged glances. This wasn't going according to plan. Sam's professionalism was being tested, but he kept his voice steady. "I think everyone experiences pressure in different ways. Our job here is to share stories that help people." "Help people," Harry scoffed. "You help people by selling advertising space between segments. Let's not pretend this is some noble endeavor." Sam's jaw tightened. "We provide information, entertainment, and yes, important conversations to millions of people every single day. That's something we're proud of." "Proud," Harry said, leaning forward now, his tone becoming sharper. "You should try doing something that actually matters. Try living under the microscope I've lived under. Try dealing with real responsibility." "With all due respect," Sam said, his voice firm, but controlled, "many people deal with tremendous responsibility every day. Parents working multiple jobs, teachers shaping young minds, healthcare workers saving lives. They're all watching right now." Harry waved his hand again, that dismissive gesture becoming a pattern. "Oh, here we go. The sob stories. Everyone's a hero in America, aren't they?" The audience in the studio gasped. Sam's eyes widened slightly, but he maintained his composure. "I think recognizing hard work and dedication isn't telling sob stories. It's showing respect." "Respect," Harry laughed. "That's rich coming from someone who makes a living asking invasive questions for ratings." Sam set down his notes. "I ask questions that people want answered. Questions that start important conversations. That's journalism." "Journalism," Harry repeated mockingly. "Is that what we're calling this? I thought this was just morning fluff for people who have nothing better to do." The entire crew was stunned into silence. Sam took a moment, clearly choosing his words carefully. "You know, we invited you here as a guest. We prepared thoughtful questions about your work. Our team spent days getting ready for this interview. And I'm sure you expected me to just smile and promote whatever you wanted me to promote," Harry shot back. "Dance like a trained monkey for your cameras." "No," Sam said, his voice growing firmer. "We expected a conversation between adults, a respectful exchange." Harry stood up suddenly, the microphone pack pulling at his jacket. Respectful? You want to talk about respect? Do you have any idea who you're speaking to? Sam remained seated, looking up at him calmly. I'm speaking to a guest on our show who seems to have forgotten basic courtesy. Courtesy? Harry spat out the word. I don't need to be courteous to someone who earns their paycheck talking about the weather and cooking segments. Sam stood now too, his height matching Harry's. Those cooking segments bring joy to people. The weather forecasts help them plan their days. There's dignity in all work, something you might understand if you'd ever had to actually earn your position. The words hung in the air like electricity. Harry's face flushed red. Earn my position? I was born into my position. That's how royalty works, in case you didn't learn that in your American schools. Being born into something and earning respect are two different things, Sam replied, his voice steady as steel. Respect is something you build through your actions, through how you treat people. And right now, you're not showing much. Harry pointed his finger at Sam. You don't get to lecture me about respect. You're a morning show host. You read words other people write for you. And you're a guest in our studio, Sam countered. In our country, speaking to our audience. Maybe you should remember that. Maybe you should remember who you're talking to. Harry's voice rose. I've been interviewed by real journalists, people who matter. This is beneath me. Sam's expression hardened. Then perhaps you should leave. The studio went completely silent. Even the camera operators froze. Harry stared at Sam, seemingly shocked that anyone would suggest such a thing. Excuse me? You heard me, Sam said calmly. If we're beneath you, if our audience doesn't matter to you, if you can't show basic respect, then perhaps you should leave. Harry's mouth opened and closed. You can't kick me off. Do you know what kind of trouble you'll be in? I'm not kicking you off, Sam clarified, his voice measured and professional. I'm giving you a choice. Either sit back down and have a respectful conversation, or you're welcome to go. This is absurd, Harry said, looking around at the crew as if expecting support. You're all witnessing this, right? He's threatening me. Sam shook his head. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm setting a boundary. This is our show. This is our studio. And we treat people with respect here. We expect the same in return. I don't have to stand for this, Harry declared, his voice loud enough to echo. Do you know what the press will say? The press will say whatever they want to say, Sam replied. But our viewers will see exactly what happened here. They'll see that we asked reasonable questions and were met with hostility. Harry's face was bright red now. Hostility? I was being honest. Maybe you're just not used to someone who doesn't kiss up to you. There's a difference between honesty and rudeness, Sam said. You've crossed that line multiple times in the last few minutes. I've crossed the line? Harry's voice went up an octave. You're the one who's being completely unprofessional. Sam's composure was remarkable. I've remained calm and respectful throughout this entire exchange. I've tried to redirect the conversation multiple times. You're the one who's insulted our show, our audience, and our staff. Because you deserve it, Harry snapped. This whole production is a joke. You're a joke. The crew behind the cameras collectively held their breath. Sam stood perfectly still, his voice dropping to a quieter, more serious tone. That's enough. Oh, is it? Harry challenged. Are you going to cry now? Is that what happens when someone finally tells you the truth? The truth is that you came here with an agenda, Sam said. And it wasn't to talk about your charity work or mental health. You came here to feel superior, to put people down, to make yourself feel important. I am important, Harry insisted. More important than you'll ever be. Sam nodded slowly. Maybe by birth, but importance isn't just about titles. It's about character. And right now, your character is showing loud and clear. Harry grabbed at his microphone, fumbling with the wire. I'm done with this. I'm leaving. That's probably for the best, Sam said, his voice even. You'll regret this, Harry said, pointing at Sam again. You have no idea what you've just done. Sam didn't flinch. I've stood up for my team and my audience. I won't regret that. Harry yanked the microphone pack off his belt, nearly dropping it on the floor. This show is garbage anyway. Nobody with any real class watches this drivel. Millions of people watch every morning, Sam corrected. People who work hard, who care about their communities, who deserve better than to watch a guest insult them. They're not being insulted, Harry argued, his voice shaking with anger. I'm insulting you. When you insult working people, parents, teachers, veterans, you're insulting them, Sam explained calmly. They're not separate from this conversation. They're part of it. Harry shook his head violently. You're twisting my words. I'm repeating them, Sam said. You said Americans don't understand service. You called our viewers sob stories. You mocked the work we do here. Those were your words. Taken out of context, Harry protested. Sam gestured to the cameras. The context is all right there. Everyone saw and heard exactly what happened. Harry's hands were trembling now, whether from anger or embarrassment wasn't clear. You're making me look bad. You're doing that yourself, Sam replied. I'm just not pretending it isn't happening. This is a setup, Harry declared suddenly. You planned this. You wanted me to look bad. Sam's expression showed genuine confusion. We prepared questions about your charity work. Standard interview questions. You're the one who turned it into something else. Because your questions were stupid, Harry said. Boring. Predictable. They were respectful starting points for a conversation, Sam countered. But you didn't want a conversation. You wanted a platform to talk down to people. Harry moved toward the edge of the set. I don't have to listen to this. You don't, Sam agreed. You're free to leave any time. Fine, Harry said, his voice cracking slightly. This whole country is backwards anyway. You all think you're so special with your freedom and your dreams. It's nauseating. The audience in the studio made another collective sound of shock. Sam's expression finally showed a crack of emotion. That's really how you feel? That's really how I feel, Harry confirmed. You're all so proud of yourselves for doing the bare minimum. It's pathetic. Sam took a deep breath, his professionalism being tested to its absolute limit. I think you should go now. Oh, now you're definitely kicking me off, Harry said with a bitter laugh. I'm asking you to leave, Sam clarified. There's a difference. You've made it clear you don't want to be here. You've insulted everyone involved. It's time to go. Harry stood there for a moment, seeming to realize that this was actually happening. You can't do this. I can, and I am, Sam said firmly. This is our studio. We have standards. You're not meeting them. Standards, Harry laughed without humor. What standards? You'll interview anyone for ratings. We interview people who have something valuable to share, Sam said. People who respect the platform they're given. You've shown you're not one of those people. Harry's face contorted with rage. I'm a prince. I'm giving you the interview of a lifetime, and you're throwing it away. This isn't an interview, Sam said quietly. It hasn't been for several minutes now. It's just someone being cruel for no reason. I have plenty of reasons, Harry shot back. Then share them respectfully, Sam offered one last time. Sit back down. We can start over. Have an actual conversation. Harry stared at him, and for a moment, it seemed like he might consider it. Then he shook his head. No, I'm not going to sit here and be insulted. You're the only one who's been insulting anyone, Sam pointed out. That's your perspective, Harry said. It's reality, Sam replied. And the footage will prove it. Harry's eyes narrowed. If you air this, I'll sue. I'll make sure this show never airs again. Sam's calm never wavered. You're welcome to try, but we have every right to air what happened in our own studio. This is defamation, Harry declared. It's documentation, Sam corrected. There's a difference. We're not making anything up. We're showing what occurred. Harry looked around wildly, as if searching for an ally. The crew members all avoided eye contact. You're all against me. No one's against you, Sam said gently. We just expected basic professional behavior. I don't owe you anything, Harry said. You owed our audience respect, Sam replied. You owed the people who welcomed you into their morning routine a little kindness. You couldn't even manage that. Harry's voice dropped to something almost threatening. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I'm dealing with someone who thinks their title excuses bad behavior, Sam said. And I'm telling you, it doesn't. Not here. Everywhere, Harry corrected. My title matters everywhere. Sam shook his head. Your title might open doors, but your behavior determines whether you get to stay in the room. Harry snatched his jacket from the back of the chair. I don't need this. I don't need any of you. Then go, Sam said simply. Harry hesitated, perhaps expecting Sam to back down at the last second. When Sam just stood there, calm and resolute, Harry's face reddened even more. You're going to regret this. I doubt it, Sam said. Everyone will hear about this, Harry threatened. I hope they do, Sam said. I hope they see exactly what happened. Harry turned toward the exit, then spun back around. You're nothing. This show is nothing. You'll be forgotten in a year. Sam didn't rise to the bait. Maybe, but I'll be forgotten as someone who stood up for what's right. Right, Harry scoffed. You don't know anything about what's right. I know it's right to treat people with dignity, Sam said. I know it's right to stand up to bullies, even royal ones. The word bully hung in the air like a bomb. Harry's entire body went rigid. What did you just call me? I called your behavior bullying, Sam clarified, because that's what it is. Harry took a step forward, his voice dangerous. Take that back. Sam stood his ground. No. Take it back right now, Harry demanded. I won't, Sam said calmly. Because it's true. You came in here and immediately started putting people down. That's bullying. Harry's hands clenched into fists at his sides. You have no right. I have every right to call out what I see, Sam replied. And what I see is someone using their position to make others feel small. I'm not making anyone feel small, Harry protested. You called our work a joke, Sam listed. You said our audience doesn't understand real pressure. You mocked people's struggles. What else would you call that? Harry's voice rose again. I call it honesty, something you clearly can't handle. There's a way to be honest without being cruel, Sam said. You chose cruel. Harry grabbed his phone from his pocket. I'm calling my people. You're going to be in so much trouble. Sam gestured to the phone. Go ahead. Call whoever you want. It doesn't change what happened here. Harry started dialing, his fingers shaking. They'll destroy you. For what? Sam asked. For asking you to be respectful? For defending my team? I'll take that heat. Harry held the phone to his ear. Hello? Yes, it's me. I need you to... What? No. Listen. He pulled the phone away from his ear, staring at it. They hung up on me. Sam said nothing, just waited. Harry tried again. Hello? This is Prince Harry. I need... They hung up again. He looked at Sam with wild eyes. Did you do something? Did you block my phone? I didn't do anything, Sam said. Maybe your people are busy. They're never too busy for me, Harry insisted, trying a third time. This time, whoever answered must have stayed on, because Harry started talking rapidly. Yes, I'm at Good Morning America, and they're treating me horribly. The host is being completely unprofessional. I need... What do you mean, calm down? I am calm. No, I don't think I'm overreacting. They're fine. Fine. I'll call you later. He ended the call and shoved the phone back in his pocket. Even my own team doesn't believe me. Maybe that should tell you something, Sam suggested quietly. It tells me everyone's incompetent, Harry muttered. Sam sighed. Or maybe it tells you that you're the common denominator in all these conflicts. Harry's head snapped up. What's that supposed to mean? It means if everyone around you seems like the problem, maybe you need to look inward, Sam explained. That's ridiculous, Harry said. I'm not the problem. Everyone else is. Sam's expression showed pity now. That must be exhausting. Always being right. Always being the victim. I'm not a victim, Harry protested. Then stop acting like one, Sam said. Take responsibility for your behavior. Harry's voice went quiet, which somehow felt more dangerous than when he was yelling. You don't get to talk to me like that. Why not? Sam asked. Because of your title? That doesn't give you immunity from basic human decency. I've been decent, Harry claimed. Sam just looked at him. Have you? Really? Listen to yourself. Look at how you've acted. Harry's eyes darted around. You're confusing me. You're trying to manipulate me. I'm trying to hold up a mirror, Sam said. Whether you look at your reflection is up to you. Harry shook his head repeatedly. No, this is all wrong. This isn't how this was supposed to go. How was it supposed to go? Sam asked. I was supposed to come in, answer a few questions, and leave, Harry said. Simple. And that could have happened, Sam agreed. If you'd just been civil. I was civil, Harry insisted. Sam raised an eyebrow. You called our work garbage. You called me a joke. You insulted millions of viewers. That's not civil. Harry ran his hands through his hair. I'm under a lot of pressure. We all are, Sam said, his voice softening slightly. But pressure doesn't excuse mistreating people. I wasn't mistreating anyone, Harry said, but his voice had lost its edge. You were, Sam said gently, and you still are. You're mistreating yourself most of all. Harry looked up, confusion on his face. What? Acting like this, Sam gestured between them. It doesn't make you look strong or important. It makes you look insecure. Harry's face flushed. I'm not insecure. Then why do you need to put everyone else down? Sam asked. Secure people don't do that. Harry opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. That's not... You're twisting things again. I'm just asking a question, Sam said. Harry grabbed his jacket tighter. I need to go. Okay, Sam said simply. Harry waited, as if expecting Sam to stop him. When Sam didn't, he took a few steps toward the exit. This isn't over. It is for today, Sam replied. Harry paused at the edge of the set. You'll hear from my lawyers. I'm sure I will, Sam said calmly. Harry took one last look around the studio, at the cameras still rolling, at the crew still watching, at Sam still standing there, with quiet dignity. Then, without another word, he walked off the set. The sound of his footsteps echoed in the silent studio. A door slammed somewhere in the distance. Sam stood there for a moment longer, then turned to the camera with a small, sad smile. Well, he said to the viewers at home, that was unexpected,